So this exercise has helped my hamstrings so much. I pretty much stole it from knees over toes guy, um, Ben Patrick. He's literally the reason why I got back into working out a few years ago. Um, and he taught me a lot of, through his videos, he taught me a lot of really good things. Now I haven't been working out consistently for that long, as you guys may know, but um, getting back into it, the things that I took from him have stayed as warm-ups, and I just can't forget them. They get the blood going, they wake the body up, and even on days that I'm not doing these muscle groups, I'll still do some of these exercises. I didn't record the backwards walk on the treadmill. I probably should have, but I wasn't really thinking about it, especially since my legs are pretty much K'd from cardio, and the day before it was a leg day. So, but yeah, this stretch, it really does help with overall just the lower half of the body opening up, and it gets a good amount of blood flow going, even on days that I'm not doing legs. I just also I like to stretch my legs. I still want to be able to split, and this helps with that. Um, you're building strength in between your legs and in the groin area, and all this splitting, and bringing yourself back up. All the same muscle groups work together. So I just it's one of those that I like doing, either 2 days in a row, or sometimes I'll just give myself a little break in between. But this and the split squat. The split squat is probably the best one for doing. I think they're called scissor splits. I'm not sure, but yeah, this is me, palms to the floor. I still got a little bit of a bend in my knee because, like I said, my hamstrings are pretty K'd, but yeah, that's that. So I haven't actually done these in a while. Um, Dips. I mean, we all know about dips, right? Uh, but I've been kind of weak stability wise. And I wanted to do a little warm up for my shoulders and my triceps, because it was a shoulder, tricep, and chest day. So yeah, I just did a few of these. I did 3 sets, 10 each, and I kind of played around with the bar a little bit just because I felt like I was hitting different muscle groups, um, you know, in the more narrow area versus the wider area. So the next one is the back extension, or I like to call it the Roman chair now at this point because it's a fucking Roman chair. But I took this one from knees over toes guy Ben Patrick again. Another awesome bulletproofing exercise. Call it a stretch, call it a loaded stretch. Once you add a plate on it, it's just perfect, dude. I will do this every day for the rest of my life. It got rid of my back pain. It started strengthening my glutes and my hamstrings. Not really my hamstrings entirely. There's some pull somewhere at the bottom, and there's tightening at the top, but it's not a full range. It just kind of helps you get there. But the glutes, you definitely feel them at the top, and your back especially, because wherever it curves right there, you're pretty much utilizing your lower back muscles to pull you back up into a straight line. And with the weight, when you're hugging a plate, you want to have your arms at a 90-degree angle, so you want to have that little bend. And when you go down, you want to have them above your head. You could do it with a barbell too, but most Olympic barbells are 45 pounds, so I'm not really at that level yet. I just kind of, use a plate. But with this one, I started off with a 25. And then here, I'm doing side crunches. And this is probably the best to do side crunches with weights, because the whole time you're just fighting. Your muscles are fighting to keep you from falling too fast, or and the weight's just pretty much fighting you from going up. So it's just full activation in this entire exercise, and I love it, dude. I love this thing. I wouldn't have the core that I have, and I wouldn't have the I want to say the spinal flexion that I have without this thing. It's it's just the magic chair at this point. And I feel like or actually not even, I know that the strength that comes from this is going to last me well into my 50s and 60s. So when I'm able to move around and twist around like a fucking monkey in my old age, and you guys are struggling with back pain, you're gonna know why. But here I am using a 10-pound weight, and I only recorded myself doing my right side, but there was definitely a warm-up for my left side in between this, and then I flip right back over. And yeah, so I really only recorded the right because I didn't want to just give you guys my back. I probably should have, though, because I think that my shirt was pretty tight on my back, or I could have just shown it to you. That way I'm not, flashing anybody with with my shirt up, but not that I fucking care, but that way you guys can see the spinal flexion. And yeah, it's just overall this workout is just amazing, dude. I love this chair. It will always be in my warm-ups. I'll do it every day, and I don't even do that much of it. I would do about 2 sets, and I don't push to failure. I just use it as a warm-up, and because of it, I know, I'm getting the benefit out of it daily without, over excessing, so I'm not causing my muscles to tear and then I'm all stiff for the next day, although that has happened before where I tried to push to failure. But yeah, today on the second set, doing a back extension, I did the 35-pound weight. So I started off with 25, went up to the 35 when I was done with the obliques. The obliques, though, they're very fatiguing. So that's also another reason why I don't do it. It's just you run out of energy so quick doing them because you're in a constant hold. And yeah, that's pretty much why I like it, though, because you're you're forcing your muscles to kind of do the most right off the bat. And as you add more weight, it becomes a lot more difficult. But the benefits, they definitely outweigh I guess you could say, the cost. I don't know the saying, but yeah, this is definitely up there. And yeah, I don't really have much to say about it other than it's an amazing workout, guys. And I recommend this to everybody and their fucking grandma. As you can see, my core, I don't know the name of those muscles. I need to learn, but my back right there, it's definitely, it's definitely very, very tight in that area. Not in a bad way, but in a way where, that I got what I needed to get out of this exercise. And just to give you guys a better idea of what my sides look like, yeah, here it is. So pretty much my obliques have come in because of this chair. My core, I don't really do sit-ups too much, but I do use the cables and I do cable crunches, just because it's a lot easier to load weight and actually force the muscle to constantly be strained. I don't really know how to flex or anything, but yeah, here's my it was my arm day in a way. I did do biceps with triceps and my forearms, but I also did I started off with my shoulders pretty much. Well, actually, no. I started off with my chest, isolated the chest, and then I moved out to the shoulders, which made it very difficult, actually. I'm not even going to lie. I don't know why, but when I do chest first and try to do my shoulders just get the most out of the day. But yeah, I believe those are my hip flexors. And I also do leg raises. So in the next one, I'm going to show you guys how I do the leg raises. And what I use to do them. I do them weighted. So everything that I do for my core, and I probably might have to make a different video for core, but everything I do for my core, I try to do weighted. It's just like any other muscle group. You want to train it, you want to train it hard. But yeah, that's pretty much my warm-up. I don't know. I wanted to make it about my about my workout, but I feel like an upper body push day is just like any other. But I did like I said, I did implement some pulls, especially putting biceps and forearms in there. But yeah, I just kind of I feel like my warm up is a little unique, and it doesn't really hit those specific areas, but it's pretty much a daily, it's a daily activity type of warm up. Like without it, I don't think I'd be able to move as fluidly as I can. And I think it's funny too when I'm moving around and people say, "Doesn't that hurt?" Like, no. No. Cuz I do shit like this. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That was pretty much it for today. For tomorrow, I'll definitely film a lot more. If anything, tomorrow I'll film all of my warm-ups because I'm starting to feel a little confident. At first I kind of wasn't. I didn't really want to set up the tripod or anything. I was embarrassed that people were gonna stare, but people are always gonna stare. But yeah, I wanna show you guys more crazy shit because I feel like there's a lot of benefits out of the warm-ups that I've pulled from Knees Over Toes guy, Ben Patrick, and also I just want to share it, and I want to show people that, hey, I mean, he shared it, but I started doing it, and it started working for me, and it works for me. And you know on top of that, I'll probably, because I showed off my shoulders and I had a really good shoulder day, I did a lot of different stuff. Like I did shoulder presses, I used the cables, but I didn't try to, and I did what was it, dumbbell flies, right? I'm not too familiar with them, with any of the names, but yeah, I pretty much killed my shoulders today. And I didn't go over because I know that you can go over and almost make no gains, but I did just enough to where I was comfortable, to where I felt a little bit of a burn with the flies, and then I went to the cables and I pretty much maxed out doing side laterals, and then I focused on my front and rear delts with the shoulder press, and then actually I'm gonna put it up right here, or you're probably already looking at it. I did these I guess you could call them crossovers. I mean, you could do it with the cables too, but I feel like it's a lot easier using the fly machine because you're just kind of sitting there. You just have to sit upright, and you gotta keep your shoulder out in front of you, and you gotta try not to use your I don't know what that shoulder blade muscle is, but you don't want to use your back. You want to get to the point where you're straining your shoulder, your rear delt, but you don't want to activate your back. You don't want to squeeze your back at all. You just want to stand up straight and swing your arm out, and it works, dude. It works. I mean, as you can see, there's some striations in my I'll probably pop it up right here. There's some striations in my shoulder, and I feel like all of these shoulder movements have helped me pretty much, activate all those little muscles in my shoulder. But yeah, I guess this was more of a warm up and shoulder video. I do have arms and stuff, and I didn't really get to record chest because there was a lot of people around the benches, and like I said, I was nervous. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stop it here. And yeah, I can't wait to share more with you guys. I really love just the way that the body works. I love the way that everything moves. I like what it looks like when you can see it. I mean, I'm a skinny guy, so obviously you're gonna be able to see those muscles. And I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's people out there who like seeing muscles move and grow, and just as much as I do. So until the next one, stay cool, guys, and stay active. It's it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. And don't be afraid to give me some advice. I'm always open to advice. But yeah, I'll just stop rambling there, and yeah, I'll let y'all go. Bye.